Hey everybody. So I want to talk about the physicality of these first round playoff series really picking up in game twos across the league. Really, this is playoff hockey. This is what it's supposed to be like, and it's not just one or two series. It is basically all of them are really ramping up the physical play. The difference between what we saw in game ones across the league versus games two is just astronomical. Honestly, I was a little worried after we got through all the series having game ones and everything got started. And honestly, I was a little worried because it was kind of tame, honestly. There were physical games and there were big hits and some scrums and stuff, but not one of these series was, completely unhinged right off the bat. Like some years we get, just certain teams match up where it's just from the drop of the puck, it's just pure, it's vicious, really. And we didn't really get that this year. It took a little bit for these series to really heat up and get nasty. But then we got to game twos, and oh my God, these teams just flipped a switch. And this went from a very tame playoffs in game ones across the league to being downright vicious and violent in games two. And this is perfect. This is exactly the kind of hockey that I want to see. And it's not one series. It is across the league. I mean, we have the Kucherov hit on Nudivara in the Tampa-Columbus series that got Kucherov suspended for a game. And those teams are really starting to go at it. Boston and Toronto last night that game was borderline out of control. That is one of the wildest physically wild games I have seen in a long time in the NHL. And that was right on the edge. That was very, very close to getting completely out of control. And to the point where we were going to have, either brawls breaking out or major events happening. And we kind of did with Kadri's cross-check on Jake DeBrusk. I mean, Kadri is an idiot for doing that. If Kadri had just gone after him and dropped the gloves and started throwing punches, he would have gotten kicked out of the game, but that would have been it. It would have been fine. If he just dropped the gloves and instigated a fight, he would have been done for the game, but that would have been it, and it would have been, there would be no additional discipline for starting a fight. But he didn't drop the gloves. He decided to cross-check DeBrusk right in the head, and now he's probably going to be gone for, who knows, at least 5 games, maybe even 8 to 10 games for that cross-check. So, that game was just absolutely wild last night. New York and Pittsburgh, that series, the scrums, we've had almost scrums in a lot in that series. The way that game two ended with a real nasty big scrum at the end. All of these series out west, Nashville and Dallas yesterday were really going at it. Calgary and Colorado, it started at the end of game two. The first period of last night's game was vicious. Scrums after almost every whistle. Just all of these series, Vegas and San Jose as well, just unbelievable. The way that those teams are the rivalry that they're growing is incredible. And they ended game two again with Derek Engelland going after Evander Kane, and that just sets the stage for tonight's game. And it's incredible to me how different all the game ones were compared to the game twos. And the game twos felt like old-time playoff hockey, the playoff hockey that I grew up with, where every series was, just beat you up and in-your-face hockey. And it looks like we're going to get that again. And it's just, I don't know if it's just these particular matchups, but it seems like the temperature has gone very, very quickly from just, a pan of water sitting on a stove to that water boiling out of the pot. And it happened very quickly, and it didn't take long. Some series it's like that right away, and then some it kind of takes a few games. You get to games 3, 4, 5 before that really takes off. But this year, game two seems to have been the magic game this year. It went from very tame to borderline out of control very fast. And it's perfect. That is exactly what playoff hockey is supposed to be. It's been so much fun to watch, and I hope it continues. The worst thing the NHL could try to do is put a lid on it. That's the worst thing they could try and do, because then they're going to ruin the action, they're going to ruin the excitement, and by trying to calm everything down, they're going to ruin the experience for the fans overall. Just let it go. Let these teams go at it, because that is the most exciting and entertaining hockey that you can possibly have. Boston and Toronto last night was a perfect example. I was on the edge of my seat for that entire game, and it was glorious to watch. That felt like I was watching a playoff hockey game. And it doesn't matter what era it was from, that felt like a playoff hockey game. And that's what most games should feel like. And it was just incredible to watch. And I hope it continues not only for the rest of this round, for the rest of the playoffs. As we go along and the games get more and more important, the matchups, get bigger and bigger, and we have the chance for some really, really good second-round matchups, some incredible conference finals, and then a great Stanley Cup final. There's, every team is still in it. Nobody's been eliminated yet, and we've had plenty of surprises as well. But man, is the temperature rising in these playoffs, and it's not just one or two series like some years, where you have the overly nasty series between two rivals and everything else is kind of just, your run-of-the-mill hockey. This is like, every series is just boiling right now, and I think some of them are going to boil over. And as we get, as we go along and we get more games played, if we get a blowout game in some of these series, I think you're going to see a real explosion. And it's going to be incredible to watch. And I will make sure that I am there watching it when it happens. But I have been thoroughly impressed with the physicality in all the game twos and the nastiness and animosity between these teams. This is exactly what playoff hockey is supposed to be. And I really hope the league just take advantage of it. Don't try and put a lid on it. Don't try and calm it down. Take advantage of it, because these arenas are electric. The fans love it. It's loud, it's exciting, and this is the best entertainment that you can get at a hockey game, is when they're playing this kind of hockey. So just let it go. Obviously, if you get things that are completely out of control, like Kucherov slamming Nudevar's head into the boards, or Kadri cross-checking Jake DeBrusk in the head, obviously you need to do something about that. But for the most part, with just the hits and the scrums, just let it go, because this is the best hockey I have seen in a long time. And it blows the regular season away. I was talking to a friend last night about this. Playoff hockey makes regular season hockey look like soccer. It's just not even comparable. And there is absolutely nothing like playoff hockey, so I hope it continues. But man, these series are getting nasty, and I hope it just keeps on getting hotter and hotter and angrier, because this has been real fun to watch. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.